Mother Nature is shaking up this Columbus Day weekend with some of the most dramatic weather we've seen in months, making it a weekend to remember for millions across the country. A double dose of storms is hitting both coasts, bringing a rare and challenging situation for forecasters and residents alike. On the East Coast, a powerful nor'easter is hammering the Atlantic shore, unleashing fierce winds, relentless rain, and dangerous surf conditions. Meanwhile, in the Southwest, the remnants of Tropical Storm Priscilla threaten to drench the region with heavy rain, raising the risk of flash flooding in areas that are usually dry. Instead of enjoying crisp fall air and autumn colors, millions are facing weather alerts, travel headaches, and the uncertainty of changing plans. The nor'easter churns up the ocean, causing dangerous coastal flooding and threatening homes and businesses along the shoreline. At the same time, Priscilla's lingering moisture brings flash flood risks far inland, catching some communities off guard. With holiday travel plans upended, safety is the top priority. Roads may flood, flights could be delayed or canceled, and travelers should expect disruptions. Outdoor events, from festivals to sports games, are at risk of being postponed or canceled as the storms move through. These storms are a powerful reminder to stay weather aware and prepared, keeping emergency kits handy, and staying informed through trusted sources. Let's break down what to expect from these powerful systems over the next few days, so you can make the best decisions for your safety and plans. Stay tuned for the latest updates on this coast-to-coast weather threat, and be ready for whatever Mother Nature has in store. The East Coast's main threat this week is the powerful nor'easter, a storm system notorious for unleashing fierce winds, relentless rain, and dangerous coastal flooding. These storms can last for days, battering communities and reshaping shorelines. Already, the nor'easter is causing major coastal flooding, with storm surges pushing ocean water far beyond its usual boundaries and inundating boardwalks and seaside roads. In Charleston, South Carolina, streets have turned into rivers, with cars partially submerged, and dozens of roads closed as tides reached historic highs. Residents are facing some of the worst flooding in recent memory. But the flooding isn't limited to the southeast. Coastal communities from Florida to Georgia are also feeling the impact, as high water threatens homes and businesses along the shoreline. The storm's slow pace means repeated high tides and more flooding, with the worst expected to move north toward Delaware and New Jersey. Each new tide brings another round of water, compounding the damage. Low-lying areas could see significant water, damaging homes, roads, and critical infrastructure. The risk of long-term damage grows with every hour the storm lingers. If you're in a flood zone, be ready to move to higher ground at a moment's notice. Prepare an emergency kit and have a plan for your family and pets. Never attempt to drive through flooded roads, no matter how shallow the water may seem. Vehicles can be swept away in just a few inches of moving water. Remember, turn around, don't drown. It could save your life and the lives of first responders. Persistent onshore winds will keep piling water against the coast through the weekend, making conditions even more hazardous for anyone near the shoreline. Listen closely to local officials for evacuation orders or advisories, and don't wait until it's too late to act. This nor'easter's biggest danger is its relentless flooding, which can devastate entire communities and leave lasting scars long after the storm has passed. The nor'easter isn't just about flooding. High winds are a major threat, especially around New York City and Long Island. Gusts could reach 60 mph, toppling trees and power lines and turning loose objects into hazards. Secure outdoor items and charge your devices in case of outages. On North Carolina's Outer Banks, storm surge and waves threaten to close Highway 12, isolating communities. The area has already lost homes to erosion this season, and more damage is likely. Residents here know the risks, but each storm tests their resilience. Coastal living is beautiful, but storms like this show its dangers. Stay alert and prepared for rapidly changing conditions. While the East Coast battles the relentless nor'easter, with pounding rain and fierce winds disrupting daily life, another weather threat is unfolding across the country. The Southwest is now facing intense downpours from the remnants of Priscilla, bringing widespread heavy rain and flooding concerns to areas already vulnerable. Arizona, California, and Nevada are all under flood watches and warnings, as forecasters urge residents to prepare for rapidly changing conditions. Tropical moisture is streaming into the desert, fueling storms that can quickly overwhelm dry landscapes and catch people off guard. Flash floods can turn dry riverbeds into raging torrents in just minutes. Never underestimate the power of desert storms, which can be both sudden and severe. Meanwhile, out in the Atlantic, Tropical Storm Jerry has already unleashed deadly flooding in Guadeloupe and left a trail of damage across several Caribbean islands, with more at risk as the storm continues its path. Jerry isn't an immediate threat to the U.S. mainland, but its unpredictable track means coastal communities are keeping a close watch. It's a clear reminder that hurricane season is far from over, and new storms can develop quickly, sometimes with little warning. Other systems like Raymond and Karen are also active in the tropics, keeping meteorologists and emergency officials busy as they track multiple threats at once. If you're in any of the affected areas, stay alert and be ready to act. Weather conditions can shift rapidly, and preparation is key to staying safe. Remember, tropical systems can bring significant impacts far from where they first form, affecting communities well inland with flooding and strong winds. Always monitor the latest updates, heed local warnings, and have a plan in place to protect yourself and your loved ones. With severe weather coast to coast, travel will be tough this weekend. Flooded roads, high winds, and airport delays are likely from the East Coast to the Southwest. Pay close attention to weather alerts from trusted sources like the National Weather Service. Know the difference between watches and warnings, and act quickly when alerts are issued. Prepare an emergency kit with water, food, flashlights, and a charged phone. If you're in a flood-prone area, know your evacuation route. Secure loose items if high winds are expected. Don't take risks, avoid flooded roads, and stay indoors if conditions worsen. Smart decisions and preparation are your best defense. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll keep you updated through this wild weather weekend.